to the entertainment Talking Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And just as I was thinking about making a video speculating on the potential replacements for Aldrick Rosas, the New York Giants wasted little to no time by bringing in his replacement. Now, we'll see if there's going to be a competition. Chandler Catanzaro is by no means a lock to be the kicker for the New York Giants throughout this year. I'll get into some of the reasoning as to why in this video. The only reason I have heard of Catanzaro, well, one, he played for the Jets, but two, I actually had him on my fantasy football team 3 or 4 years ago as my kicker, and I think he did a decent job. We're going to get into some of his numbers while he was with the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets, and we'll take a look at how he does in relation to short kicks, to long kicks, so on and so forth. We'll look at some of the extra points and how he's done with that. Now, he didn't play all of 2019. He played up to the 2018 season, and he retired in training camp in 2019 due to the fact that he felt like he couldn't get it done anymore. That's basically from how I read it with the New York Jets. It was an unexpected retirement, and then the Jets had to go out there and find a kicker. So Catanzaro is definitely a questionable kicker. It's not like Aldrick Rosas wasn't last year. One thing I will say, if Catanzaro is going to be the New York Giants kicker, at least the positive I could gather from this is the Giants should have more cap space now. They were paying Rosas $3.3 million. I don't think a guy that was a borderline fringe NFL kicker who's coming out of retirement will be getting paid nearly what Rosas was getting paid. But don't expect him to be a premium kicker for the New York Giants if he is the answer. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. This could be an open competition in training camp, and maybe the Giants will bring in other players. But for now, it looks as if Catanzaro is the front runner to be the New York Giants kicker. I wanted to pull up, like I said, some of his numbers and analyze it a little bit with you guys. So, as you can see, his career percentage with field goals is 83.8%, which is much better than Rosas was last year, but that's not saying much. Rosas in a limited sample size was 12 for 17. Rosas was also, I believe, 35 for 39 on extra point attempts. For his career, Catanzaro was 93%, 182 out of 196. His last year in 2018, combined between both Tampa and Carolina, he was 30 for 35 on extra points, which is around what Rosas was at 86%, with an 80% conversion rate with field goals. So he wasn't very good, and he wasn't great in 2017 either. He was 83%, at least on the extra points. He was 100% at 29 for 29, 43 for 47 the year before, 53 for 58 the year before that. In terms of his leg, he does have a career long of 60 yards, and he had a 59-yarder in 2018 and 57-yarder in 2017. So it looks as if he does have a bit of a strong leg. If you look at how he's done in terms of his misses from range, he's 32 of 33 from 29 yards and in, which is what you expect from an NFL-capable kicker. 40 of 44 from 30 to 39 yards, which is pretty good. I wouldn't say, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. 34 of 46 from 40 to 49, and he's actually 10 of 16. That's actually pretty impressive to me when I looked at it. He's 10 of 16 on field goal attempts of 50 yards or longer. I would think that's pretty solid. Now, I'm not a guy that analyzes kickers' numbers, but that's a pretty good conversion rate. You're talking over 60%, I think that is, that he hits on field goal attempts of over 50 yards. So what the stats show me, the fact that he's hit a number of kicks, one of which was 60 yards, over 50 yards, he's got a pretty strong leg. The question is, will it be accurate? And the question is, why did he retire at only 27 or 28 years old? He's still relatively young. He'll break onto the scene, hopefully, with the New York Giants this year and do a sound job. Do I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl kicker? Do I think we're getting 2018 Aldrick Rosas? No. But, like I said, the positive we could take from it, 2 of them. Can't be much worse than Rosas was last year. Hopefully he's an improvement and helps us win some games. And 2, you're not going to be paying him $3.3 million, which is what you were paying Rosas, which is a lot to be paying a middle-of-the-road kicker, which at this point is what you could say Rosas is. Yes, he had a Pro Bowl year in 18, but he was horrible in 19, wasn't very good the year before that. Hopefully Catanzaro can get back to his form from a few years ago and could be an average NFL kicker for the New York Giants. But like I said, this may not be over yet. If Catanzaro doesn't perform well in training camp, expect the New York Giants to be monitoring the kicker's market. He's certainly not a foregone conclusion at that position, and we'll see if it does open up some more cap flexibility for the New York Giants, and if it does, where could they use that? Well, the first spot that I think about is potentially a veteran cornerback. We'll see what happens with DeAndre Baker, but if he's not back, they could use a potential veteran cornerback or maybe a veteran edge rusher. But with Marcus Golden coming back, I think they're pretty set there. I'm not saying they have good edge rushers. They don't, but they have a four-man rotation along with Carter Coughlin. I would think if they're going to use that money, it would either be for depth, possibly on the offensive line, maybe even with a center prospect, or with an exterior cornerback. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, though. Maybe they'll leave the cap space open in case they want to bring in a more established kicker like Stephen Gostkowski. But Gostkowski, the reasoning why he may or may not be signed is he is coming off an injury. He was hurt last year. He only played 4 games. May not be the same kicker. Maybe that's how Joe Judge feels. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.